Hey guys, welcome back to AD.Bricks. Just want to share with you a few new sets that I've received over the past week or two, most of which are retired sets, and I'm really excited to get going and get building them. But I'm in two minds at the moment whether to build them due to the move and then having to box them up, or whether to wait. Chances are I probably will build them because, well, because I'm a little bit impatient, let's be honest. I think most of us probably are if we are into this kind of thing. So yeah, first of all, the one that came most recently from Germany was the Bricklink Designer Program Retro Bowling Alley. Now this has 2,779 pieces. It looks pretty sweet. I've been after this for a little while. Brand new in the box. Really excited to do this. The only thing I would change about it is I plan to add a second floor, just because, as you can see, it is just one floor. I'm not quite sure it's going to fit in very well with the city, but I suppose some lower buildings will also work. But the plan is, at the moment anyway, is to put an extra floor on and kit it out with a few more things on there. I have seen a design on Rebrickable actually. I've not looked into it properly. I couldn't tell you who made it. It might actually be Brick Artisan, now thinking about it, but I do recall it looking pretty good and could be worth sourcing the pieces just to make it stand out a little bit more. So yeah, that's the first set I got, which, like I say, that came from Germany, which is one of the first sets I have bought abroad. I will talk about that a little bit more after, because I have been stung a little bit on that due to custom fees. So yeah, that's that one. The next set, which I have actually built already, is, this also was brand new when bought, it's the Kwik-E-Mart. Now, because I already bought the Krusty Burger from the Lego store a few weeks ago, it then got me wanting the other two Simpsons sets. So this one is a set from 2015. I believe it has over 2,000 pieces. There's a few brittle brown pieces in it, but I've had no problems whatsoever with them snapping. There was hardly any in it, to be honest with you. I initially thought the roof was brittle brown, but no, it's not the right colour at all, so all was fine with that. I have made a few modifications, nothing major, but I may regret doing it. I've removed all the hinges and made all the walls yellow, as you can see. Don't plan to ever open it up, so the hinges just weren't necessary at all, in all honesty. The only issue now is though that I struggled to get the roof out. I didn't really plan for that, because part of the design, which I learned at the end, was to slide the roof in. You have to open the hinges and it'll just slide in, whereas now getting the roof in and out is near impossible, because it's the exact size of the hole. Something I didn't really plan ahead. I don't think that's going to change matters. I will still leave it without the hinges, because I think it looks a lot cleaner, a lot tidier. It's going to go on Mills plates at some point, and the chances are I'm not going to be able to open it up anyway. There's going to be too many buildings and things around it for me to bother with the hinges. I did exactly the same thing with the Krusty Burger as well. Like I said, I picked that up a few weeks ago when I went to the Lego store. That was released last year. That's got a lot less pieces, around 1,600. So in comparison to the Kwik-E-Mart, it's tiny. It is nice, it is good. I like all the things inside of it, the details, but it could do with being probably twice the size, or certainly bigger. Again, I removed the hinges, made all the walls the same colours, kept it all just looking just a bit tidier. At some point I plan to do a drive-through all the way around the building and have it seated next to the Kwik-E-Mart, and also have a car park for the Kwik-E-Mart as well. But the problem with that is I estimate it's going to take up at least 6 base plates, which is clearly a lot of space. Even if you have got a decent amount of space, that takes up a lot of table space. But again, that is on my list to potentially do. Adding that to the bowling alley extension, it's probably not something that's going to happen anytime soon. So next on the list of new sets that I've received, I've actually had this one a couple of weeks. which was the Simpsons house. The box, well, it was originally brand new, but I've currently opened the box because I wanted to check to see if there was any issues with brittle brown, and it turns out there actually is. So let me just find. Again, this came from abroad. This one came from Luxembourg, believe it or not, which is very unusual. I got really stung on the custom charges into the UK. I don't know how that works elsewhere, but there was a £12 handling fee on all three of these new retired sets, plus 20% VAT on top of that. So it wasn't cheap at all. It was still cheaper than buying it in the UK. The retro bowling alley, for example, I couldn't get that anywhere in the UK, so I had very little choice. I'll tell a lie, no, it was on eBay, but it was massively much higher than what it was on Bricklink, even including the custom fees. So yeah, do be warned if you do buy any sets from abroad and you do live in the UK, you will get charged 20% on top of what you've already paid for anything over the cost of £135. I was a little bit naive with that, didn't realise at the time. But lesson learned, still probably saved a few quid, but yeah, I'll do it again, but at least now I can factor that figure in as well, just to work out whether it's cost effective at all. So going back to Simpsons house, I've not built it yet because I've been speaking to Lego for about a week or so, because every single bag is still sealed, the box is still sealed, but there were some brittle brown pieces inside the bags. I'll try and show you. I don't know if you can see that, but that piece there is already broken. In a brand new seal bag, stored in good conditions by all accounts, not in a loft or anywhere warm. So yeah, a little bit disappointed about that, but having said that, Lego was really helpful. They did quickly email me back saying, okay, can you send me some photos to prove that you've got the set, including the Kwik-E-Mart as well. And they have sent me all of the brown pieces that are still available and not retired. Now I am waiting on a few pieces that are out of stock. They didn't look overly important, and there was two pieces that they wasn't able to source, and again, they weren't a big deal. One of them was I think it was a ramp of some kind for the roof. I will just go extra careful with the brittle brown when it does come to building it, and just hope nothing does break. So I never plan to break it down or anything like that, so hopefully it will be all okay.
Another mock that I mine up on Rebrickable is Most Tavern. There's a few of them available at the moment on there. One of them is well over 3,000 pieces. It's looking very pink, not really my cup of tea, not too keen on that. There's another one at 1,093 pieces that looks alright, not quite what I'm after. But this one for 1,700 pieces does look really sweet. It looks spot on, and I think it will sit in really well with the other three Simpsons buildings. It's definitely on my list. When I can get to do it, I don't know, but I really do want to build this. I do need to look into the parts list a little bit more, just see if there's anything rare, anything difficult to gather from Bricklink, but hopefully everything's pretty straightforward.
So the next sets I've currently had delivered, to be honest, these are not for me. These are a gift. He is aware he's got these gifts, but they are the Razor Crest, 930 pieces. I know we saw this in the Lego store, but I'd already ordered it online just to get the double the points, all the offers and whatever, which then also included getting the Darksaber, which looks really sweet. Like I've said before, I'm not particularly a Star Wars fan, but I can appreciate how some of the sets are nice, to be fair, and I am very tempted myself sometimes. On top of that, we also got the mini Razor Crest, and then just a little top up just so we got the GWP. We got this little set as well because I think it was £145 to qualify for those gifts, so for the sake of a few quid it was well worth it.
Last but not least, I'm also eyeing this up from Brick Artisan. I know I mention him a lot, but I just really like his mocks. I have got the 337 extra pieces on order. They should be here pretty soon. I've also ordered the 2 Morticia cottages. They're arriving tomorrow. So this one is definitely being done very soon. As you can see, looks really sweet. This is probably what the original set should have probably looked like to match on Morticia's mansion. I'm not quite sure where it's going to fit in my city, but I'll make sure I do make it fit because I do think it looks really nice. This is the Morticia cottage originally. As you can see, it's pretty basic.
That's all we've got time
doesn't
for
look
today.
great.
So just to recap, if you are buying anything abroad, custom charges, do be aware it does inflate sets by considerably, especially if it's a retired set when it's in excess of £400 or £500. That 20% on top of that is quite a lot. Also, brittle brown, don't be afraid to speak to Lego about it. Customer service is second to none. Absolutely cannot fault them at all. This came within 10 days, if that, which is quicker than any of my pick-a-brick orders, to say the least. They normally take 2 to 3 weeks. Also, while I think about it, please excuse the box in the background. We are starting to pack. I have already packed just 1 Lego set, but I'm hoping to pack a few more tonight. Started with the large tree, the tree house. That's the set. Yeah, tree house. Yeah, it's not going to go well at all. It's already starting to break. Things are breaking, so I'm now dreading packing the rest of the sets. But we'll see how that goes, really. So yeah, appreciate your time. Thank you for watching, and I will probably see you again soon. Thank you.